In the mists of Outland's perpetual twilight lies Zangarmarsh, a realm unlike any other. A place where nature's resilience meets the haunting beauty of a world forever scarred by unthinkable devastation. Before the shattering, before Draenor crumbled under the weight of dark magic and reckless ambition, there was the Sea of Zangar. A vast, glimmering expanse of water, it stretched endlessly under the clear skies of Draenor. This was a place of balance and abundance, where nature flourished undisturbed. Wetlands embraced the sea's edges, teeming with life both gentle and grand. Towering trees shaded the marshy shores, and smaller mushrooms dotted the landscape, their delicate caps swaying gently in the breeze. In those days of tranquility, the Sea of Zangar was an oasis of harmony. Waters lapped softly at the banks, carrying faint melodies of rippling waves. Hidden below the shimmering surface, the underwater realm revealed an equally wondrous world. Towering aquatic fungi swayed gently in the currents, their bioluminescent caps casting ethereal glows of teal and amber across the seabed. Schools of shimmering fish darted between the glowing stems, while immense spore whales, majestic giants of the deep, drifted silently, their fungal growths glowing softly like stars in an endless twilight. This submerged paradise was as vibrant and alive as the surface, a thriving ecosystem where every ripple and beam of light wove together to create a symphony of life and tranquility. These lands and waters were cherished by Draenei refugees seeking renewal, and by orc shamans who communed with elemental spirits. At the edge of that boundless sea, both found peace and prosperity that felt eternal. But nothing could remain untouched by the calamity that followed. When Ner'zhul, in his desperation, opened countless portals to escape the Burning Legion, the fabric of Draenor unraveled. The shattering began, a cataclysm so violent it tore the planet apart, reshaping its very existence into the fractured Outland. The shattering brought a sudden, unforgiving end to the Sea of Zangar. Earthquakes rent the ground, plunging entire swaths of coastline into yawning chasms. Pillars of steam rose in roiling clouds as waters boiled away, consumed by the cruel, arcane forces ripping Draenor asunder. In the aftermath, what remained was a broken shadow of that once glorious expanse, a patchwork of stagnant pools and sodden lowlands, enveloped by a perpetual twilight. Yet nature, though grievously wounded, refused to submit to oblivion. Birthed from the ruins of the Sea of Zangar was something wondrous and eerie, Zangarmarsh. The surviving mushrooms, now infused with residual energies, grew into towering monoliths, their luminescent caps lighting the gloom with spectral hues. Creatures that outlasted the devastation evolved with startling rapidity. Spore bats, once small and delicate, became larger, their wings tinted with haunting iridescence as they adapted to muggy air currents. From the majestic fungal whales of the ancient Sea of Zangar arose the towering bog lords, their forms reshaped by the unleashed magics of the shattering. For a time, Zangarmarsh continued in this surreal twilight, seemingly apart from the burning wastelands found elsewhere in Outland. When Azerothian adventurers crossed through the dark portal, they discovered Zangarmarsh in a delicate balance. Beneath the mushroom forests, tranquility and danger coexisted. The Naga, led by Lady Vash, entrenched themselves in the Coilfang Reservoir, siphoning the region's precious waters to fuel their machinations. Gentle denizens such as the sporelings, small fungus-like beings, faced extinction as water levels dwindled. They called upon heroes of the Horde and Alliance, who joined the Cenarian expedition to confront the Naga's devastation. In the slave pens, Underbog, and Steam Vault, these champions battled monstrous forces, ultimately clashing with Lady Vash deep within Serpent Shrine Cavern. It was a desperate effort to save Zangarmarsh from becoming a desolate, cracked husk of fungal remains. Zangarmarsh stands now as a living tapestry of contrasts. Its tranquil waters and shimmering mushrooms are tinged with a somber note, reminders of how close the marsh came to extinction. Sporelings, blessed with a gentle temperament, remain ever curious about wanderers. In the tiny village of Sporagar, they tend to blossoming spore fields and cultivate luminous fungal gardens with childlike wonder. Yet behind their bright eyes lies the memory of the Naga's threat. The Cenarian Refuge stands as a bastion of hope, its druids tirelessly working to restore balance. Among their ranks, both Horde and Alliance find common ground, bound by a mutual desire to protect the marsh's fragile equilibrium. High above in Telredor, Draenei architecture melds gracefully with colossal fungal stalks, illustrating a people's respect for the land they inhabit. In the far reaches, Zabrajin and Orobor Harborage each serve as cultural outposts, refuges for the brave or the inquisitive, places where travelers compare notes on the marsh's ancient secrets and share tales of reckless illusions lurking within its misty depths. There is a haunting poetry in this place, where survival itself has become an art form. The mushrooms, the creatures, even the swirling mist, they all speak of a world reshaped by violence, yet stubbornly refusing to crumble. And if you pause in the hush of twilight, you may hear the faint lapping of waves from an era long gone, a lullaby carried by the briny winds that once skimmed the surface of a forgotten sea. As you leave the mushroom forest behind and the mists fade into the distance, carry with you the legacy of Zangarmarsh, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Sea of Zangar and the unyielding bond between life and the land it calls home. Let the brilliance of bioluminescent caps shining in eternal dusk remind you that even in the shadow of destruction, beauty can bloom anew. And may the echo of waves that once kissed these shores teach you this: no matter how broken the world may seem, resilience and renewal are always possible, for even the smallest spark of life holds the power to transform despair into hope.